This right here is a Pareto chart. Now, most people have heard of the 80-20 rule, which is the idea that 80% of an outcome can be linked to just 20% of its causes. This principle, however, also goes by a different name, the Pareto principle, a name that it shares with the Pareto chart, a visual that's often used in these type of analyses. So let's jump in and let's take a look at what this chart is. First things first. Off the bat, you'll see that it contains both bars and a line graph. The individual categorical totals, so in this case, electronics brands broken down by total sales, are put in descending order by the bars. The cumulative total of those bars is represented by the line. The goal is to highlight the most influential factors among a large set of other factors. Now, it's often used in quality control situations to, for example, track the frequency of defects. However, it can really be used to track the frequency of anything, be it time, money, whatever else your heart desires. But they really shine when you're looking at the frequency of a problem or a given cost occurring. And the influences or the factors that go into that problem or that cost are incredibly large, and you only want people to pay attention to just the most important. Now, you might be listening to all this and might be thinking, well, I don't believe in the Pareto principle. I don't believe that 80% of an outcome is linked to just 20% of the causes. Maybe you believe that 70% of an outcome is linked to 30% of the causes. Well, don't worry. The Pareto chart can stand on its own. This one right here has been built with the 80-20% rule in mind, but there's no reason it couldn't be the 70 or 30% rule or the 60 and 40% rule. Now, you might be listening to this and you might be like, well, if this is such a great graph, why don't I see it everywhere? And the reality is one, not a lot of people know how to read them, but two, they are difficult to build. Or I should say they were difficult to build. Thanks in part to visual calculations, they now are very easy to build in Microsoft Power BI. In fact, this visual that I was showing you right here was built with just one measure. So let's jump into the computer and let's take a look at how it works. Starting off, we have the measure that I was talking about, which is total sales. As you can see, it's a simple measure where I'm just taking a sum of total price. The next thing that I had to do is I had to choose the visual. In this case, I chose a line and clustered column chart. I then simply brought over my categorical variable, which in this case was product category, and then my total sales into the y-axis. I then came over here, went into sort axis, and then sorted by total sales descending. Now for the fun part, visual calculations. If I go into our visual calculations, as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 visual calculations that are building this line graph. The first important visual calculation that we have is this percent of total. Now, this is taking the row total sales value and dividing it by the total sum of all the rows. The next most important visual calculation is the cumulative percent, which is a running sum of that percent of total visual calc ordered by total sales descending. So this is what's producing this cumulative line graph. Finally, we have just two formatting measures. We have a highlight color right here, which is what's being used to highlight the bars if the cumulative percent is under 80%, because this graph was designed for that 80-20 rule. And then finally, we have a constant line, which is just set at 80%. Before we jump into formatting, I do have to call out, well, I guess one thing that I had to set with data formatting. The first is that in order to use the highlight color in any kind of color fills, I had to come over here and set it to text. The next is that in order to get this to display as a percent, I had to go over here to cumulative percent, set it to decimal number, and then set it to percentage. Okay, well, let's jump into the formatting. First things first, starting with the line. So my constant line, which is this gray line right here, I set to a style of dash with a width of 1 pix and this kind of dark gray color. The next line, which is this cumulative percent line right here, I got one over. I had it set at solid with 3 pix and this dark purple. I also went in this line and I set some specific marker formatting. So I increased the size of the little dots to 5 pix. I then set their color fill to white, and then I turned on a border that I also set at 3 pix to match the line, and leaves us with just the bar formatting. So collapsing this, going to our columns, as you can see, we're applying this to all, and then I have set some custom fill here using our visual calculation. So using the field value and highlight color, and then decrease the transparency down to 56% while turning on a border that matches the column color. So just like that, you now know all about a Pareto analysis and how to read and create a Pareto chart. My name's Ned. This right here is my dog Jai. And if you enjoyed this video, check out one of my other videos on visual calculations linked down below in the video description or on the end screen. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day.